Imagine a civilization rising from the desert sands, fueled by the lifeblood of a single river. This river, the Nile, was not just a source of water, but the very essence of life for the people who lived along its banks. It was the thread that wove together the fabric of an entire civilization. This was the reality of ancient Egypt, a civilization that thrived for over 3,000 years along the banks of the mighty Nile. The river's predictable flooding cycles and rich silt deposits created an environment where agriculture could flourish, allowing the Egyptians to build a society that would leave an indelible mark on history. The Nile River, flowing like a verdant ribbon through the arid landscape, provided the fertile ground for one of the world's most influential civilizations to blossom. Its waters nurtured crops, sustained livestock, and supported the daily lives of the people who depended on it. From its humble beginnings as small farming communities, the Nile Valley gave birth to a culture of immense knowledge, breathtaking artistry, and astonishing architectural prowess. The ancient Egyptians were pioneers in many fields, from medicine to engineering, and their achievements continue to inspire awe to this day. The ancient Egyptians viewed the Nile as a source of life, a divine gift from the gods. They believed that the river was a manifestation of the god Hapi, who brought fertility and abundance to the land. This spiritual connection to the Nile was reflected in their rituals, art, and mythology. Their lives revolved around its ebb and flow, its annual floods dictating the rhythm of their agriculture and shaping their beliefs. The inundation of the Nile was a time of renewal and rebirth, a period when the land was rejuvenated and made ready for planting. This intimate relationship with the river fostered a deep respect for nature and a remarkable understanding of its cycles. The Egyptians developed a calendar based on the Nile's flooding, which allowed them to predict and prepare for the agricultural seasons with remarkable accuracy. The Egyptians learned to harness the Nile's power, developing sophisticated irrigation systems that transformed the arid land into a fertile paradise. These innovations in water management not only supported their agricultural needs, but also enabled the growth of cities and the expansion of their civilization. The Nile Valley's unique geography, isolated by vast deserts and the Mediterranean Sea, fostered a sense of unity and cultural cohesion among its people. This natural barrier protected them from invasions and allowed their culture to develop in relative peace and stability. This isolation allowed Egyptian civilization to develop its own distinct identity, free from significant outside influence for centuries. The result was a culture that was uniquely Egyptian, with its own language, art, and religious beliefs that were unlike any other in the ancient world. Yet the Nile also served as a vital artery for trade and cultural exchange, connecting Egypt to the wider world and contributing to its prosperity and influence. Through the river, the Egyptians traded goods, ideas, and innovations with neighboring regions, enriching their own culture and leaving a lasting legacy on the world. Daily life in ancient Egypt revolved around the Nile's rhythm. The river was the lifeblood of the civilization, dictating the pace and structure of their daily activities. Farmers, the backbone of Egyptian society, worked tirelessly to cultivate crops like wheat, barley, and flax. These crops were not only essential for their own sustenance, but also for trade and economic stability. Their lives were dictated by the river's annual floods, which brought nutrient-rich silt to the fields, ensuring bountiful harvests. The timing and extent of these floods were crucial for planning their agricultural activities. These floods, though essential for agriculture, could also be destructive. When the waters rose too high, they could wash away homes and fields, causing significant damage and hardship for the people. To mitigate these risks, the Egyptians developed ingenious irrigation systems, including canals, dikes, and basins, to control the floodwaters and maximize their agricultural output. These innovations allowed them to harness the power of the Nile more effectively. Beyond agriculture, the Nile provided the Egyptians with essential resources and transportation. The river was a source of fresh water, which was vital for drinking, cooking, and bathing. The river teemed with fish, a staple of their diet. Fishing was a common activity, and the abundance of fish ensured that the population had a reliable source of protein. Its reeds were used to build boats, homes, and even paper. Papyrus, made from the reeds, was a crucial material for writing and record-keeping, playing a significant role in the administration and culture of ancient Egypt. The Nile was their highway, connecting villages and cities and facilitating trade and communication throughout the kingdom. Goods, ideas, and people moved along the river, contributing to the cultural and economic unity of the civilization. Egyptian society was highly stratified, with the pharaoh considered a living god at the apex of the social pyramid. The pharaoh's divine status was central to the political and religious life of the nation. Below the pharaoh were the priests, nobles, and scribes who held significant power and influence. Priests conducted religious ceremonies, nobles managed estates, and scribes kept records, ensuring the smooth functioning of the state. Artisans, merchants, and farmers made up the majority of the population. These skilled workers and traders were essential for producing goods and maintaining the economy. At the bottom were slaves, often prisoners of war. They performed the most labor-intensive tasks, contributing to the construction of monumental structures and the daily operations of society. Despite the rigid social hierarchy, life in ancient Egypt was not without its joys. Festivals, religious ceremonies, and communal gatherings provided opportunities for celebration and socialization. Music, dance, and storytelling were integral parts of their culture, providing entertainment and preserving their rich oral traditions. These activities were enjoyed by people of all social classes, bringing a sense of unity and shared identity. The Egyptians were also skilled craftsmen, creating exquisite jewelry, pottery, and furniture that reflected their refined aesthetic sensibilities. Their artistry and craftsmanship were highly valued and contributed to the cultural legacy of ancient Egypt. One of ancient Egypt's most significant contributions to civilization was the development of a writing system. This innovation not only revolutionized communication, but also laid the foundation for recording human history in a structured manner. Hieroglyphics, a complex system of pictorial symbols, emerged around 3200 BCE, marking a pivotal moment in human history. These symbols were not just mere pictures, but represented sounds and ideas, creating a versatile and rich language. No longer reliant solely on oral traditions, the Egyptians could now record their history, beliefs, and knowledge for posterity. This shift from oral to written culture allowed for the preservation of detailed records that could be passed down through generations. Skilled scribes, trained in the art of writing, became essential members of Egyptian society. These scribes were highly respected and played a crucial role in maintaining the administrative and cultural functions of the civilization. They documented religious texts, legal documents, and literary works, preserving the wisdom and beliefs of their culture. These writings provide us with invaluable insights into the daily life, governance, and spiritual practices of ancient Egypt. Hieroglyphics adorned temple walls, tombs, and papyrus scrolls, transforming these surfaces into canvases for storytelling and expressions of faith. The intricate carvings and inscriptions were not only artistic, but also served as a means to communicate with the divine. The development of writing had a profound impact on Egyptian society. It enabled the recording of events, transactions, and decrees, which was essential for the administration of a complex and expansive civilization. It facilitated the administration of their vast kingdom, allowing for efficient record-keeping, communication, and the dissemination of laws and decrees. This system of writing ensured that the pharaoh's commands were known throughout the land, maintaining order and unity. Moreover, writing played a crucial role in the development of mathematics, astronomy, and medicine, as the Egyptians could now record their observations, calculations, and discoveries. These records were essential for advancing their understanding of the world and improving their daily lives. The legacy of Egyptian writing extends far beyond the borders of their ancient kingdom. The influence of their written language can be seen in various aspects of modern culture and science, demonstrating the enduring impact of their innovations. The discovery of the Rosetta Stone in 1799, inscribed with hieroglyphs, Demotic script, and ancient Greek, provided the key to deciphering this ancient language. This remarkable artifact bridged the gap between the ancient and modern worlds. This breakthrough opened a window into the fascinating world of ancient Egypt, allowing us to understand their beliefs, achievements, and worldview. Through the study of hieroglyphics, we continue to uncover the rich tapestry of Egyptian civilization, gaining deeper insights into their contributions to human history. The ancient Egyptians were master builders, their architectural achievements standing as timeless testaments to their ingenuity and artistic brilliance. From the iconic pyramids of Giza to the majestic temples of Luxor, Egyptian architecture continues to inspire awe and wonder thousands of years after its creation, captivating the imagination of people worldwide. The pyramids, perhaps the most recognizable symbols of ancient Egypt, served as elaborate tombs for the revered pharaohs. These monumental structures, built with millions of tons of stone, reflect the Egyptians' sophisticated understanding of geometry, engineering, and astronomy. The precision with which the pyramids were aligned with the cardinal points and certain stars reveals their advanced astronomical knowledge and skills. Egyptian temples, dedicated to their pantheon of gods and goddesses, were equally impressive feats of architecture and design. These massive complexes, often adorned with towering columns, intricate carvings, and colossal statues, served as centers of worship, ritual, and pilgrimage for the ancient Egyptians. The Temple of Karnak, a vast complex of temples, chapels, and monuments, is a testament to the grandeur and ambition of Egyptian architecture. The construction of these monumental structures required immense resources, manpower, and exceptional organizational skills. The Egyptians developed sophisticated quarrying techniques to extract massive blocks of stone, which were then transported over long distances using a combination of sleds, rollers, and boats. The construction of the pyramids and temples was a collective effort involving thousands of skilled laborers, architects, and engineers working in unison.